My name is Amiko Simnetti, and I'm a freelance fashion designer from Long Beach, New York. Welcome to my course on drawing the turned head for beginners. Drawing the head can be challenging. There are a lot of elements to master like structure, perspective, and proportion, but in this course, I'll show you a method by master artist and teacher Andrew Loomis. This method saves so much time and frustration with simple principles and easy to remember steps. First, you'll learn the 3 basic principles of the Loomis method. Next, you'll draw the head and face from the front, 3/4, and side views through step-by-step tutorials. Finally, we'll close with a list of helpful resources for practicing drawing the head. So grab a pencil, some paper, or a tablet, and let's get started. Here are the 3 main principles of the Loomis method. 1. The cranium is a flattened sphere. Here's a skull. The shape of the cranium is similar to a sphere or a ball, but the sphere isn't perfectly round. The sides by the ears are flatter. Go ahead and touch your own skull to feel the shape. Visualize the cranium as a ball with the sides cut off. 2. The jaw and cheekbones attach to the cranium. This flattened ball represents the cranium of the skull. A jaw attaches to this ball to complete the head. Notice how the head has various planes. In this view, we are mostly seeing the front and the side plane. 3. The face is established with a rule of thirds. The front plane of the face can be divided into 3 equal quadrants. These landmarks establish the placement of all the facial features. The quadrants start at the hairline and end at the chin. These guidelines can then be used to find the eyebrow placement and the placement of the bottom of the nose. Let's review. Principle number 1, the cranium is a flattened sphere. Principle number 2, the jaw and cheekbones attach to the cranium. And lastly, principle number 3, the face is established with a rule of thirds. Now that we've explored the 3 basic principles of the Loomis method, let's practice applying these principles in the next tutorial section of this course. We'll be drawing the head and face from the front, 3/4, and side view. So gather a paper and a pencil or a tablet and let's get started. Tutorial number 1, the front view. Draw a sphere as symmetrical as possible. When drawing guidelines, try to draw very lightly. Draw crosshairs for the eyebrow and middle line. The brow line will follow across the eyebrows, and the middle line will follow down the center of the nose. Try to make these lines as straight and perpendicular as possible. Flatten the sphere by carving out the sides. Pause the video if you need more time to complete any of these steps. Add a line at the top and bottom of the carved sections. These 2 quadrants should be equal. Then add another line approximately the same measurement to mark the chin. Now the face is divided into 3 equal sections, starting at the hairline and ending at the chin. Place the ear in the lower quadrant. It's not necessary to draw all the details of the ear. You can keep the shape as simple as possible. Draw the jawline. Start at the ear and end at the chin guideline. Try to make the jawline as symmetrical as possible. Draw guidelines for the cheekbones, starting at the ear and ending at the jawline. Lastly, you can frame the face by drawing the hairline. The basic structure of the head and face is complete. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I don't draw details of the face. I use the exact steps in this tutorial to show the basic structure of the head. However, you may want to experiment with drawing the facial features, so the next part of this tutorial will show you how to draw the eyes and eyebrows, nose, and lips. Draw the eyebrows on the brow line. Draw the eyes. The eyes are placed at the edge of each eyebrow, and they're spaced 1 eye wide, meaning an eye of the same size would fit in between each eye. Also, keep in mind that the shape of the eye is more like an almond than a semicircle. Draw the nose on the guideline. The width of the nose fits between the eyebrows. Specifically for fashion illustration, when drawing the nose, avoid complicated shapes and keep it as simple as possible. Using the nose and eyes as reference, check the arch of the eyebrows. The eyebrow should start at the edge of the nose and end at the guideline from the nose to the outside of the eye. Extend a guideline from the nose past the outside of the iris to find the arch of the eyebrow. Draw the lips below the nose. I recommend first drawing the center line of the mouth, then drawing the top and bottom lip, and then checking for symmetry. The face is complete. Check for symmetry and edit the proportions to your liking. And as always, keep practicing. I love to see your work. You can post it in the student project section of this course. I made this infographic with all the steps to draw the face on one page. I'll leave a link in the description to download or pin this resource. Tutorial number 2, the 3/4 view. Draw a sphere as symmetrical as possible. And draw lightly, as this is only a guideline. Draw crosshairs for the eyebrow and middle line. The brow line will follow across the eyebrows, and the middle line will follow down the center of the nose. Wrap the brow and middle line around the sphere. Pause the video if you need extra time to complete any of these steps. Remember that the sphere is flattened at the sides. To illustrate this, draw an oval within the sphere. Notice how the oval is roughly divided in half by the brow line. Another tip is that the oval is 2/3 the height of the sphere. Draw straight crosshairs within the oval and erase previous construction lines as necessary. Starting at the brow line, extend a guideline down the middle of the face. This line should be parallel to the vertical line at the flattened side of the skull. Divide the face into thirds. Start by drawing parallel lines at the top and bottom of the flattened oval. Then add this distance to find the chin. These 3 quadrants should be the same in height. Place the ear in the lower quadrant. It's not important to draw the details of the ear. Drawing an even more simple shape than this is totally okay, especially for fashion illustration. Draw the jawline. Start at the ear and end at the chin guideline. Draw a guideline for the cheekbone, starting at the ear and ending at the jawline. Using your guideline, draw the hairline to frame the face. To give the face a bit more definition, draw an indent for the eye socket. The basic structure for the head and face in the 3/4 view is complete. I find that a proportional head with key guidelines is enough detail for fashion illustration, but if you want, feel free to draw the facial features. Unless you're drawing realistic portraits, I recommend drawing simple facial features. Keep in mind, the face will change from the front, 3/4, and side views. I'll give some tips for drawing the face, starting with the eye. Think of the eye as a sphere that fits inside a round eye socket. Let's draw the eye from different angles, starting with a sphere. The black dot represents the pupil, and the lines show the angle of the eyeball. Let's add in the eyelids and the iris. Notice how, because of perspective, from the front view, the iris is a circle and squishes into an oval the more it turns to the side. Keep in mind that since the opening of the eye is at the front plane of the face, as the face turns, we'll see less of it. The key thing to remember is that the eye is a three-dimensional shape, and the details like the eyelids wrap around it. The eyebrow sits on top of the eye socket, on the brow bone. Let's observe how the brow bone appears when the perspective is changed to 3/4 and side view. The shape of the eyebrow will be shorter and more curved as it turns from the front to the side view. When drawing the mouth, also remember that it wraps around the front plane of the face and will be partially hidden the more it turns to the side. It's a similar concept for the nose. I like to break the nose down into 3 circles, 1 at the tip of the nose, and 2 on either side for the nostrils. Depending on the perspective of the nose, the tip will hide or partially hide 1 or both nostrils. For the front view, I draw the tip of the nose slightly overlapping the nostrils, then I use these guidelines to draw the outline. In the 3/4 view, 1 nostril is more in view while the other is partially hidden by the tip of the nose. Using these guidelines for reference, I draw the bridge of the nose and the surrounding nostrils. In the side view, 1 nostril is completely hidden by the tip of the nose and 1 nostril is in view. Feel free to take a screenshot of this to reference. I also recommend studying photo references of the face from different angles. I've created an infographic with all the steps of the Loomis method, including the face and drawing back views. I'll leave a link in the video description if you'd like to download or pin this resource. Tutorial number 3, the side view. Draw a sphere as symmetrical as possible. Draw crosshairs for the eyebrow and middle line. The brow line will follow across the eyebrows, and the middle line will follow down the center of the nose. Wrap the brow and middle line around the sphere. Remember that the sphere is flattened at the sides. To illustrate this, draw an oval within the sphere. Since this is a profile view, the flattened oval will be centered at the side of the sphere. Draw straight crosshairs within the oval and erase previous construction lines as necessary. Starting at the brow line, extend a guideline down the middle of the face. This line should be parallel to the vertical line at the flattened side of the skull. Divide the face into thirds. Start by drawing parallel lines at the top and bottom of the flattened oval. Then add this distance to find the chin. These 3 quadrants should be the same in height. Place the ear in the lower quadrant. Feel free to draw a super simple shape for the ear. Pause the video if you need extra time to complete any of these steps. Draw the jawline. Start at the ear and end at the chin guideline. Draw a guideline for the cheekbone, starting at the ear and ending at the jawline. Using your guideline, draw the hairline to frame the face. To give the face a bit more definition, draw an indent for the eye socket. Add a nose and a bump for the mouth. Connect the neck to the jaw and back of the head. You'll see a bit of the underside of the jaw in this view. Add a simple bun for the hair and the basic construction of the head in profile view is complete. Here are examples of my work where I've drawn the head in profile view. Again, I don't like to use the face, but feel free to add facial features. For tips on drawing the face, refer back to the previous lesson. That's the end of this course. If you haven't already, please leave a photo of your drawing of the head from the front, 3/4, and side view. And also feel free to leave me a review. I love your feedback. I'll leave you with a few resources to help you in your drawing practice. I saved a collection of 3D models, which I'll share a link to in the About section of this course. This collection includes a lined sphere, a Loomis head, a skull, and a female head with facial features. I love 3D models because they make great drawing references. You can position them to any angle right from your browser. Websites like Sketchfab have a variety of models that you can view for free. I'll also leave a link to my other Skillshare course on a step-by-step method to drawing the fashion croquis for beginners. I'll also share a link to my free Anatomy of a Pose email course, which includes an ebook and a 5-day tutorial on drawing dynamic fashion poses. If you sign up for this email course, you'll have to confirm your email first before receiving day 1 email with a link to download the PDF guide. Then each following day, you'll receive a new tutorial in the series. Lastly, I'll share a link to my Croquis Kit, which includes a template of the head in 27 positions. This kit also includes templates of the hands and feet, figure templates in front, 3/4, and side views, and details like the hair, shoes, bags, and other accessories. There are tons of bonuses like a flat mannequin template, an ebook, and a workbook. The kit can be downloaded and used digitally on a tablet in apps like Procreate, or printed and used in hand-drawn sketches. Here's an example where I'm using the hands and feet template to help me construct a figure. I'll leave links to my social media so you never miss an update on future courses and content. My name is Amiko Simonetti, and thank you for drawing with me.